Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be if I had to pick only 10 makeup products from my entire collection which I would use for the rest of my life and not need anything else, not need any other shade of blush, any other shade of lipstick. These are the 10 products that I would pick. Clearly you can tell that I have a bare face, which means that I'm going to actually be showing you majority of the products. Of course I cannot show you everything because in certain categories I do have multiple products, but yes, without any further ado, let's jump into this video because I'm also getting ready to go to work today. So let's jump into it and let's get started. Now the first product obviously which we're going to be using today is going to be a loose powder. I'm just going to quickly grab something to cover on my lap because yeah, usually when I'm like sitting down like this and doing my makeup, if I'm already dressed for the day then I tend to have loose powder all over me. But yes, if I had to choose only one loose powder for the rest of my life, this is the one that I would choose, and this is Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. Now I've spoken about this a couple of times. Now I want to let you know some of the products in this video can feel redundant from my earlier if I had to pick only one makeup product in every single category video which I did in December in Vlogmas. Now the reason for that is kind of obvious, I mean, if you think about it. So in that video I had like 4 to 5 products only which I had picked up, I think 6 in total. I had one loose powder, one eyebrow pencil, one eyeshadow palette, eyeliner, blush, bronzer. I think I had maybe 6 or 7 products in that video because I had chosen one from every category, and the products which I chose in that video are the same that I'm using today as well, obviously. But at the same time I was also planning to kind of curate a collection of products that basically would work well together. So the thought process I was thinking when I was selecting these products is that if I had just these products in a makeup bag and my entire rest of my collection was either stolen or disappeared or burned down or any of those very dramatic things which I know is not going to happen in real life, but yeah, if that had to happen, then and if I had only these products, could I survive basically, or could I live? Let's not just say survive. If I had to live, then I would be totally okay with it. Now the reason I chose this loose powder over others is I have a backup of this, so I would ideally have this and I would also have my backup and I would be pretty good. Now the other thing is that this powder is super duper affordable, even though it's not easily available in India. In fact, it's not available in India at all, but I could definitely get my hands on it. I could get restocks of this as well. And another thing that I would say is that this is going to last me a very long time considering how much product is in here. It is literally the best everyday powder, special occasion powder, makes my skin look amazing. If I could use this in the winter, I know I can use it in every single season because in the summer it's going to probably help with like mattification of the skin, etc. as well. So it is truly like everything that I could ask for in a loose powder. And I really I know that every single time I mention this or talk about this, I feel bad because since it's not available in India, a lot of you cannot get your hands on it. So if I had to like if you forced me to like recommend something to you that is available in India that would work similarly, I would say the Nykaa Matte to Last loose powder is a pretty good one. For me, I use the shade Banana, but yeah, if you ask me for my real answer, then I would say this one. And I would also say the Makeup Revolution one because that one you won't have to like repurchase as often, and that's a pretty good one too. So yeah, those two I would say if you're looking for like recommendations and products which are available in India, that kind of stuff. Okay, now let's move on to brows. Now for brows, I would only have my Etude House eyebrow pencil and be good with that. I don't own any other brow products. I don't need any other brow products. I'm good with this one. I have the shade dark gray, I believe, and they have a couple of different shades, so I like that. about this one versus the one that I was using earlier, which was the Plum one. Now I would have just repurchased the Plum one, but because that one was not easily available or accessible, that is why I went back to using this. Now sorry, I didn't go back to using this. I tried this one out and I actually liked it quite a bit. Okay, now I forgot to grab my eyeshadow brush. Let me quickly do that. But for eyeshadow, like on the eyes basically, I chose this e.l.f. eyeshadow quad, which I chose last time as well. Truly speaking, if I had to get rid of like my entire eyeshadow collection and just keep one product, I would keep this one because it has all the shades that I need, specifically these two shades, and I would be good. I was also thinking about this, that you know, a couple of years ago I told you guys that if I just had to use bronzer, contour as eyeshadow, like there is no real sense for me owning eyeshadow palettes, because I mean I have those, right? So it's basically the same shade that I'm using. So what is the point of having a separate product, if that makes any sense? Like if I just want these kind of shades, I can use my bronzer, contour, whatever. I don't need to own specific eyeshadows. And now that I do, I will probably use them. I mean obviously it makes sense, right, that for me to use them, but yeah, if I really have to think about it, I can get rid of everything and just use a normal bronzer, contour, but I do really like the convenience of this palette, and that is probably the reason I'm going to continue using it. And also the other eyeshadows that I have, the other thing that I could maybe go to is like maybe buy an all shimmer palette, something of this sort, like a small quad, and then use that for special occasions whenever I need some shimmer, and then the rest of the time just use my bronzer, contour in my crease, and be good with that. Another thing that I've been thinking about, and it would just be like a fun challenge, it would also be something that gets me out of the zone that I'm in, where I'm not reaching for the products that I love as much, but I'm more so trying to use the products that I don't like and get them out of my collection. And I feel like I can never stop or never reach a point where okay, now all the products that I have in my collection are products that I love, because then I want to try out something new, and then again I find something that I don't like so much, and then I'm trying to use that up. So I never get around to actually using my favorite products all the time. And I know it's this weird thing in my head, and I don't know if I'm the only one who feels that way, or if other people are that way or not, but I just like to save my favorite products for special occasions, or rather like for videos like these, or you know, to certain times. I feel like I'm getting better with using my favorite products, but at the same time I'm not very good at it. So I was thinking, and I'll tell you what I was thinking while I do my eyeliner. I think I should grab a mirror, otherwise I'll definitely mess it up. But what I was basically thinking is that what if I do a project pan of sorts, and again it's just my wild thinking, I don't know if it's going to be something that I'm going to regret later on, but if I do like a project pan of sorts, or maybe like a challenge, let's not call it a project pan because that would mean that I have to use up everything, but maybe I do like a challenge for, you know, not a month, maybe like 3 months or 6 months, something of that sort, where I only use these products. Like these are all my holy grail favorite, I love them so much that I don't need anything else. So why not I take it one step further, make it even more serious than it is. And I know it doesn't have to be this serious, but it'll just be a fun challenge where I only use like these 10 products that I have. Like I cannot reach for any other products that I have in my collection. I only choose I only choose a set of 10 products and use that for the entire time period. And I'm basically only using my favorite stuff. And my goal is by the end of that time period to basically fall in love with using my favorite things so much that I get out of my head, and instead of using the things that I don't like to use them up, I just only and only use things that I love and stick to that. So basically the goal would be to change my mindset completely. I mean, that is ideal case scenario. And even if my mindset does not change completely, at least if I get more into the habit of it, then I feel like mission accomplished. Know what I mean? Okay, this is as good as I can get with my eyeliner. So usually when I'm doing my eyeliner, I need to be in front of my full length mirror because I can get super up close and like do it properly. I think I went a little wonky, but okay. Just wanted to quickly mention and shout out my Colorbar All Matte Eyeliner. I recently tried another eyeliner, which I will talk about when I do eventually talk about that in a different video, where I thought that maybe let me try out something else. It'll be an affordable alternative and it'll be as good as this. But you know what? I wore it one day so far and I didn't hate it, but it doesn't look like my usual eyeliner. It looks different. I will not get into details of that, but even though this is like twice the price of that, but it is so worth it, and I'm gonna for sure repurchase it. This is my last one that I have in my collection. Sorry, I'm looking so dead straight at you. I'm probably scaring you. It's because I don't want to blink or like close my eye because then it's going to mess up my eyeliner. It's still wet. So anyway, moving back to this, even though this is the last one that I have in my collection right now, I've gone through all the backups that I had. This is the last one. I am going to go back to repurchasing this once I'm out of it, and also the other one that I have in my collection I will still use and use up, but it's not going to be a replacement for this like what I thought it would be. So yes, favorite eyeliner, absolutely love it, highly recommend it. Okay, now let's talk about blushes. We actually have a couple. I have two blushes over here. So I chose one more nude blush that I'm going to be wearing today, and then the other one is more of a pink brighter shade, which will not go with my top today. But if I had to keep only 10 products in my collection, I would still end up going with two blushes because it fits my my quota, and at the same time I don't think I can just have a nude or just have a pink. If I had to choose only one, then I would probably go with a nude because it's more how do you say, versatile, and it'll probably go even with like more cool toned looks, not cool toned looks, but it'll work basically. But realistically speaking, I would want to keep one pink and one nude. So the pink I would keep is the Nars Orgasm Edge. This is like a really nice I don't want to say Barbie pink because it's a little bit warmer than a Barbie pink, but it's like a really nice bright pink that makes your cheeks pop and you look like super fresh, youthful, really pretty, very cute. That's what this makes you look like, and I absolutely love it. It's completely matte. It's not the OG Orgasm, it's Orgasm Edge, which is like a matte, or it's supposed to be like a matte version, so there's no shimmer in here. Absolutely love this one from Nars, and I would keep this one in my collection if I had to keep only 10 makeup products, also because this one is refillable, so that way I'll just have to buy the refill pan once I go through my entire blush, which I know I definitely will. And then the nude blush, which you guys already know, is Elf's Always Rosy shade. Again, this is a matte blush. This is what I'm going to use today because it'll go with my top. But yeah, I absolutely love both of these, and I went a little bit back and forth on which pink I want to keep. Do I want to keep a nude pink? And if I could, you guys, I would probably want to have like one more blush. Like my ideal number for my blush collection would be 3, where I would want to have one nude pink, one completely nude, and then one like brighter pink, like the Nars one. So if I could, then I would want to keep one more pink, which would be more like a nude pink. But if we have to stick to the number 10 and I had to give up on one of those, I feel like I could do even with 2, because like it would cover all my bases, right? Like I would not feel like, okay, for a certain outfit I don't have a complementary blush color. And I don't know if you guys are like this, my friends kind of make fun of me for this, but I choose my lipstick and my blush, even my eyeshadow actually, based on my outfit. Like my makeup look is very much supposed to be the colors that will go with my outfit and will not clash with it, basically. So that's what my blush looks like. Absolutely love this blush. And the bronzer contour that I chose basically to go with this is kind of complimentary, I want to say, because it's the same brand. It's e.l.f. It is the same range. It is their primer infused bronzer, but I find the shade to be more like a contour because it's quite cool toned, like you can see over here, and it's also really nice light shade, which means that it's going to be a very natural bronzer contour situation. This formula is also very powdery, but I do feel like the contour bronzer thing is more powdery than the blush even. And can you see, like, if you compare both the sides, this side is more sculpted, but when you look, you don't see like a sharp line. And that's what I love about like natural bronzer contours, is that they don't give you the line and look stark, harsh, muddy, any of that stuff. No, absolutely not. This is the perfect shade, the perfect formula, the perfect, I mean, shade and color is the same thing. I was going to say it's the perfect shade, formula and color, but you got it. You exactly got what I'm saying. And also in terms of accessibility, the e.l.f. bronzer and blush are available in India. The Nars one, I think the refillable component is not available here in India, but I can again get my hands on it, and I know that it's not going to go through like as quickly. So when I maybe hit pan on it, I'll start planning on how I can get my hands on a restock basically. But yeah, that's definitely something we can achieve. Now the last 3 products, so far I've shared 7 products with you, and I'm saving the last 3 basically for lipsticks, because I would want to obviously have like just like blushes, I would want to have lipstick variety as well. So I chose a nude, I chose a nude pink, and then also a more brighter shade of pink. Now the brighter shade of pink I unfortunately don't have in my collection right now, because I used it up in 2024 and I haven't repurchased it yet, because I have other products in my collection that are kind of the same shade, but this specific formula is like my absolute favorite. I'm speaking about Nykaa's All Day Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Soul Sister. It's like a really pretty bright pink. It's not a bright pink, it's like a deeper pink basically. So absolutely love that shade, and I definitely want a shade like that in my collection. If I can only choose 10 products, I would want that to be there. And then the other 2 lipsticks that I would want, like I said, I would want a nude pink and I would want a true nude. What I'm going to be wearing today is going to be my true nude of choice. This should not come as a surprise to anyone, because when I did my lipstick tournament video around the same time, or maybe a little bit later, last year, when I say last year I mean in 2024, around this time, or maybe I think in March, if I'm remembering correctly, I did my lipstick tournament video and this was the winner. And I still think that if I had to do a lipstick tournament again today and put all my products over there and choose one, I don't think I'll be able to choose only one, but if I had to, this is still like among my top 3 for sure, clearly. So that's what I'm going to be putting on today. But before I put it on, I want to share with you my third and final lipstick. Now this is a specific shade and formula both I would say that I am in love with. The Plum Matte in Heaven liquid lipsticks. Now I know I don't talk about these as much because I was obsessed with them in 2023, even 2024 kind of, but I want to be trying out other formulas and shades and all of that stuff, so that is why I feel like I don't talk about this anymore. But again, if I had to look at my collection and choose only three, and I would obviously want to have a color like this. This is a really pretty nude pink shade. I considered that I put the Miss Claire lip color in number 02. This is number 6, which is the nude. The number 02 is kind of the same shade as this, so I considered putting that and not this specific one, because again, I don't talk about this anymore, I don't use it anymore, but I still love the shade. But I figured if I'm having only 10, I would want brand variety, shade variety, and that's why I decided to like have all of them from different brands. So I would have one from Miss Claire, one from Plum, one from Nykaa, and if I could have a fourth one, I would have considered putting a red as well, or at least like a brighter, bolder shade, most likely a red. But then I'm also thinking if I would want to put something else. Actually no, I think that's the only fourth color family which I would again like to have, but then I don't have space. We are only capping at 10, so I cannot put another one. That is one thing. The other thing is, if I really think about like my core, I'm not a red lipstick girl, so it would make sense that I don't have a red in here. So I just wanted to explain that, because if you don't know me that well, you would think that why does she not have a red in here. So because I'm not a red lipstick girl, at least not yet. I might be someday in the future, I don't know, but as of now I'm not. So that's why I chose to go with a nude pink, and then a deeper pink. So now I'm going to quickly put this on my lips and show you what the color is like. This video is also like, as I was putting on my lipstick, I was thinking about it. This video is so much more realistic than my earlier, like if I had to choose only one product from every single category wala video. Not that the choices in that video were not authentic, they were still authentic, but capping at only one in every category is sometimes not very realistic, not possible, especially with like blushes and lipsticks where you want a little bit more variety. So I feel like in this video, like I said earlier, if I had to only have these products for the rest of my collection, not the rest of my collection, the rest of my life, if these were the only products that I had in my collection, I could live possibly. And again, I want to have a more realistic view of this by doing a challenge of sorts, like I told you, where I only have these products which I'm using for like 3 months, 6 months, I don't know. Maybe I could start a challenge and then do like a monthly check-in and share with you how I'm feeling about it. Like, do I feel restricted that I only have these 10 products that I can use and I can't use anything else, or am I really enjoying them? Do I eventually get bored of these products by only using the same things again and again and again? Because truly in my real life, I try to switch between different products every single day, because I have so much product variety and I don't want to only pigeonhole myself into using specific things and then not using other things when those products are also just lying around not getting used. So I don't know, either the challenge would be really fun and eye-opening. I could discover a lot of things. Either I could love it, hate it, get bored out of these things, fall out of love with them. I don't know. So let me know if you think it would be fun for me to do a challenge like that of sorts. I know I'm currently actively working on project planning a lot of stuff, so if I had to do this challenge, I probably wouldn't do it immediately, but maybe sometime in 2025 I could do that. I even considered doing something like this in the beginning of the year in 2025, but then I didn't follow through with it, and I also wanted to use up some of the other products I had in my collection. So that's where my focus is right now. But if you'd be interested in me doing this challenge, let me know your suggestion, like how many months should I do it for? Should I do monthly check-ins? Share all your feedback with me down below in the comments, because I would love to know. But I'm gonna go now because clearly I'm getting late for work, and this video has also been much longer than it needs to be. So yes, I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. Until then, bye bye.